You ever feel like you're totally in the driver's seat of your own mind? That you're in complete control? Well, what if I told you there's a stranger in your head? A hidden part of you that's pulling the strings, shaping your feelings and actions without you even knowing it. Today, we're diving into something called the Florida effect, and we're going to uncover these invisible forces that secretly control, well, pretty much everything. All right, to get a feel for this stranger in your head, let's try a quick experiment. I'm just going to show you a word. That's it. Just look at it. Ready? Okay, now here's the next word. So what just happened in those last 2 seconds? Probably a whole lot, and all of it without you even trying. You might have flashed on an unpleasant image, maybe your face scrunched up in disgust just for a millisecond. You might even feel a little less enthusiastic about bananas right now. Your mind, all on its own, instantly created a story connecting those two words. That wasn't you. That was the stranger at work. This lightning-fast, totally unconscious process is called associative activation. Think of your brain like a giant, intricate spider web. You touch one strand, like the word vomit, and vibrations instantly race across the entire web, lighting up all sorts of related ideas. Sick, green, awful, dizzy. Most of this happens completely silently, hidden from you. It's your brain's automatic sense-making machine, what Daniel Kahneman calls System 1. It's that stranger in your head. Now, this is where it gets really interesting. This whole process, it isn't just random. This associative machine can be deliberately activated or primed, often in ways we don't even notice. Here's a super simple classic example. If I flash the word wash on the screen, and then I ask you to complete this word fragment, S-O-blank-P, you're almost definitely going to say soap. But what if I had started with the word eat instead? You'd probably say soup. See? The first word primes your brain, making the related idea pop into your head effortlessly. You didn't choose it, your System 1 did it for you. But priming goes way, way beyond just words. It can actually change how your physical body behaves. Let's dig into the famous experiment that gives us the Florida effect, because it revealed this really shocking link between what we think and what we do. The setup for this was just brilliant and a little sneaky. A bunch of college students were told they were doing a language test. They had to unscramble sentences. Now, for one group, the words they were given were all subtly related to being old. Words like Florida, forgetful, gray, wrinkle. When they finished, they were just told, okay, you're done here, head down the hall to the next experiment. But that walk down the hall was the real experiment. The results were just incredible. The students who had been primed with the elderly words walked down that hallway significantly slower than the others. And here's the kicker. Not a single one of them had any idea their behavior had changed. They didn't even consciously notice that the words all had a common theme. The idea of old age was planted in their subconscious, and their bodies just acted it out. That, right there, is the Florida effect. So there's actually a name for this crazy phenomenon. It's called the ideomotor effect. It's this direct, unconscious link between having an idea and a physical action. Just thinking about something can literally make your body start doing it, all while your conscious mind is off thinking about lunch. And get this, it's not a one-way street. It's not just that your thoughts can prime your actions. In a wild twist, your actions can actually prime your thoughts and your feelings. I know, it sounds absurd, right? But what if a simple little physical act could literally change how you feel? In another ingenious experiment, researchers had people hold a pencil in their mouth while they rated how funny some cartoons were. Half the group held it with their teeth, which forces your face into a smile. The other half held it with their lips, which forces a frown. The result? The smiling group thought the cartoons were way funnier. Their physical action primed their emotional state. So, you know that old saying, fake it till you make it? Well, it might actually be scientifically sound. So this isn't just about quirky lab experiments. These unseen forces, these subtle primes, are all around us, shaping some of our most important decisions every single day. I mean, take voting. We like to think it's a completely rational choice based on the issues. But check this out. A study found that support for increasing school funding was significantly higher when people cast their vote inside a school building. The environment itself, the lockers, the smell of chalk, the small chairs, it primed them to be more supportive of education without them having a clue. All right, now for one of the most powerful primes in modern society, money. What do you think happens when you're just subtly reminded of it? Maybe you see a screensaver with dollar bills floating around. That's it. What does that do to you? Well, the results are a little troubling, honestly. People primed with money become much more independent. They'll struggle with a hard task for almost twice as long before asking for help, but they also become more selfish. They're less likely to help someone who's confused, less likely to help pick up dropped pencils. They even physically put more distance between their chair and another person's. The mere idea of money primes us to be more individualistic and less communal. And the priming can get even more specific and weird. Remember our S-O blank P puzzle? Well, psychologists discovered that if you first ask someone to think about something shameful they did, a time they betrayed someone, they are then much more likely to complete that word as soap instead of soup. They call it the Lady Macbeth effect. This feeling of being morally stained makes you subconsciously crave physical cleansing. Okay, I've saved my absolute favorite example for last. For me, this is just the most powerful and elegant demonstration of how easily we're influenced by these subtle little cues in our environment. So picture this, an office kitchen in Britain. They had an honesty box to pay for coffee and milk. Researchers just put a little poster up over the box, and they changed it every week. Some weeks, it was a picture of flowers. Other weeks, it was a picture of human eyes staring straight at you. Now look at this chart. During the I weeks, people put in nearly 3 times more money. 3 times. Just a symbolic reminder of being watched was enough to make people dramatically more honest. What all of this shows us is that there really is a stranger inside of us. It's our System 1, that fast, automatic, associative part of our mind. It's the source of these instant impressions, feelings, and impulses that, more often than not, become our conscious beliefs and choices. And the craziest part is, we rarely even get a glimpse of it happening.
Which leaves us with a pretty big and maybe slightly unsettling question. If words can change how fast you walk, if a picture of eyes can make you more honest, if a pencil in your teeth can make you happier, then who or what is really in charge of the choices you think you're making every single day?